Well, we are live, boys and girls. Thank you all for joining me. If you're catching us on the replay, welcome. Am I showing too much skin today? Oh, man. Let me... Oh, man. It's crazy. We're watching some football. Meme is in the house. How are you? What's going on with you, buddy? What's going on? 2 people in the house so far, man. I feel so lucky. I'm trying to find me. I'm watching football. Lorelai, as you guys saw earlier, is out and about. You're swimming? Nice.
The life and adventures of the Philippines.
You know, Lorelai is out and about today doing her thing with a bunch of girls, hanging out, doing hot air ballooning, which I don't think they're swimming where they're at. So, thank you for the thumbs up. That's what it is. My shirt smells, and I know where I'm getting the smell at. I've been smelling something, and it's my shirt. It's not bad smelling, it's just a smell, and I don't like the smell. You're out here in the sea. Nice. What sea are you hanging out in? I'm sitting on the couch. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. We're watching football. So there's going to be moments of frustration, moments of excitement, moments of, I got a bad headache too for some reason. I think, I can't tell you where I had to go, but I had to go somewhere today. And I ran into some chemicals in the air. It gave me a headache. And it gave my shirt a stinky smell. I should have changed the shirt. So I just thought I'd complain about that. There it is, touchdown for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Ooh. Little Spinned, Waldsee. Little, how are you? Good to have you in. Thank you. How are you? What's going on in your world? Woohoo. The football game is all tied up right now, by the way. It's a horrible football game. It's all tied up. There's no defense whatsoever by anybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got 250,000 people in the background wanting to come in to meet me. Well, here I am, boys and girls. Don't be shy. Come forward. Let us know who you are. Give us a comment. Give us a thumbs up. Don't be shy. There's young Mr. Lawson. I do not know what it means. Meme. Walled means? No, I do not. I do not. Hey, sorry, I've been missing. That's all right, Lawson. We understand. Okay, walled means like a forest. So you're at the forest sea? A forest as in like trees, right? And a sea like as in an ocean, right? So thank you all for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Lorelai is hot air ballooning in it today. So I'm sitting at home all by my lonesome watching a college football game on bootlegged because I don't have a channel that gets it. So I'm kind of watching it on a bootleg thing sitting here. So I hope everybody's doing great today. It's Saturday in my part of the world. It is 80 degrees still. Going on 8 o'clock, 7:45 here in the great world of America. I got a new cookbook, Lawson. I got a cookbook in today, Lawson. sea and not like an ocean? All right, I mean, you've got me totally confused. You said you were swimming, right? You're out swimming, and you're swimming in a sea, but not like a sea, but like a forest? I'm really confused. I'm really confused. Sea is more like a pond. What's a pond? Sebastian, the goat, is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Don't be shy. Tell us all about yourself. We're watching football, hanging out, trying to decipher what meme is telling me again. He likes to keep me confused, which is all right. So I better turn the TV down so we don't get blackballed off of YouTube. The audio on the football game, the pirated football game, sucks anyway, so. Larry's in the house. Hi, I'm Larry. All right, Larry, evil Larry. Means pond. All right. So you're swimming in a pond. A pond is a pond, okay. I've swam in ponds. I don't really like to. Evil Larry, I am there. Goldman, yo, I love your channel. Thank you for that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Goldman, we love the fact that you love our channel. We appreciate that. Said hello, meme. We have a forest here. Yes. And in the forest, there's a little sea like a pond. So it's a saltwater pond, saltwater body of water, or is it freshwater? Is it freshwater or saltwater? Cedar Rob, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, super chat, donate to whatever hell we got going on, PayPal, I guess. And I need to buy my wife a house. So somebody help me buy my wife a house. I'm watching football, and it's Ole Miss and Arkansas. Okay, so it's a freshwater pond, man-made pond. I got you. All right. So in my world of reference, the word sea means anything that's salt water. So that's where I was confused. Ah. But that's nice. Yeah, we have reservoirs and lakes and ponds and rivers here. So, Goldman, can you give me a shout out? Shout out. Thank you for hoping my YouTube. I hope my YouTube channel gets big too. I've been working at it for about 4 years. So, Goldman, we appreciate that. With your help, spreading the good word, maybe we can make it big. I don't know. Ah, I got you. So, okay. In America, we truly would say, if you said something about a sea, immediately think of salt water. Larry, I'm in your basement. Nice. Well, I hope you have a good time in the basement. While you're there, if you don't mind, could you clean it up a little bit? I would appreciate that. Trent says hello. Everybody say hello to each other, by the way. You guys don't be shy. If you have a YouTube channel, let me know. Goldman wants a big shout out. So Goldman, shout out to you. Larry says thanks. Oh, you bet, man. Anytime. Anytime. You cleaned it up? Nice. Oh, shit. Dang it, sucker. Well, I appreciate you cleaning it up. Remind me and I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday. Trent wants a shout out. Shout out to you. Sir, trying to learn Islam. You're trying to learn Islam? Wow. If you're looking for me for help, I can't help you. We have people that join us that would probably know it, but I'm an expert in many subjects. But I gotta admit, I fall short in the realm of Islam. I am not an expert in that. Evil Larry says, please give me a shout out. The brain, I often feed those fish to my Jaguar Doval hybrid. All right, I don't know what that is, but sounds good to me. Everything has to eat in the world, man. Everything has to eat. Jen says, I subscribe. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. We do have memberships and super chats and PayPal, and because we're poor and I'm trying to buy my wife a nice house because she's a nice lady. She puts up with me. The brain, Central American chinchilla. Okay, all right. That's cool. Yeah, those are my wife's goldfish. They're just fancy goldfish. It just gives my wife something to, you know, look at. Oh yeah, that's right. We're trying to get a beach house. I'm sorry, not just a house, but a beach house. And because my good friend Meme is here, I got to make sure everybody knows. God, I forgot what I say, Meme. I'm just a poor old guy. Sack is fart knockers. Gosh dang it, fart knockers. He's 18 and had him since the pandemic. All right. He's 18 inches. Had him since, well, that's pretty good size. Is he edible? Is it something you could eat? You know? Do they eat them? We don't eat goldfish here. Some people eat carp, which is a goldfish. Goldfish are carp. But poor old guy, that's me, buddy. You know it. Trying to buy my wife a beach house. And yes, I will not enjoy the beach house. The beach house is true. Oh, there you go. You blocked that pass. Nice job. I have just 7 inches. I believe that. I believe that. You Europeans have kind of a small peeing. I try. Oh, man. See, nobody gave me a thumbs up today, man. Everybody came in and gave me a hard time, but nobody gave me a thumbs up. Shit. The kick to field goal. Dang it, fart knockers. We got to figure out how to get to some defense, or we're going to have a horrible second half. So, nobody likes me today. There we go. We got 1 thumbs up. You gave me one. I appreciate that. You're about the only one. See, if my beautiful wife was here, she would get thumbs ups. But just because I happen to be an extremely handsome young man, I don't get any. I don't understand that. Yeah, that's a good plan, Lorraine. I'll eat them the next time we get an apocalypse in 2030. All right. If he lives that long, fish don't usually live that long. Sir, you're a good person. Please study Islam and the story of the Prophet Muhammad, if you want to, sir. Well, I don't mind studying. Look, what I'll tell you is I have friends that are followers and believers of Islam. I have friends that are not. I have friends that are extremely opposed to it. You'll find that I consider myself a very open-minded person, and there's a lot of subjects, I'll say, that I'd really like to study and learn and become more educated in. And even though I think Islam is probably fascinating, it's not on my top 10 things that I really want to study at this point in time. Oh, you going to Greece next Saturday? Me too, man. We can hook up on the plane. You're playing a club. Man, that's cool, buddy. That's exciting. Next Saturday is my wedding anniversary. I got to take my wife out to dinner. Hello, my friend. From Lana, good to see ya. How are you, young blah, 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 blah. How are you, young lady? Good to see ya. How's the shoes going? We have shoes in common. HTR is in the house saying hello, everyone. Good to see you, Henry. How are things in your part of the world? Lorelei did a live stream earlier, hanging out at the. I can tell you guys some of this. Her and a bunch of the Filipinos went out to a place called Harrison, Arkansas, and they were really worried about it and scared about it because it's one of the. In history, it's been a very racist place. Sorry. My wife just texted me and said, we're going to eat. And I go, I don't care. So they were all worried because there is a faction of the Ku Klux Klan that still lives in Harrison, Arkansas. So there are some bad signs, one bad sign up. So they got really discouraged about going to this hot air balloon fest. But I try to help convince them that it's okay. You know, there's going to be plenty of normal people, police, you know, everything. So that's what they are. I'm doing good. It's awesome. I like it, Lona. Nice fish. Oh, that's Lorelei's, the wife's. It's kind of bare. She doesn't like a lot of things in the tank. I like to have a lot of plants and cover and structure, but Lorelei kind of likes it like that. And it's her tank, so what am I going to do? Do you like peanut? Oh, gosh, yes. Peanut butter. Woo-wee. Americans, my friend, loves peanut butter. Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter. Woo! I had some about 2 days ago. I like the crunchy. Henry says he's doing good. Well, they could go to New Cambria, Missouri. Oh yeah, that's a white town, right? That's the Cambria, Missouri has created their own little white town. So there's also another one going up somewhere. I thought they were putting another one somewhere like in Georgia. So no, you don't like them, and you know that meme. But Harrison, Arkansas, they got a big. It's only about an hour from our location. It's not a bad little town. There's not really much there, but that whole county, it's called Boone County, and through the '60s, '70s, and '80s, it was the drug capital of Arkansas. More meth, crank, and marijuana came out of it, and then in the late '80s, the sheriff, who was corrupt, died when his car went off of a low water bridge and rolled over, and he drowned in like 2 inches of water. So they've got a weird history in that county. But, you know, I think they're trying hard to do better. Yep. Wow. Henry says, I know every one of them. That's why you think I left Missouri. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. If I knew him, I wouldn't admit to knowing him. So, yeah, Georgia like the Guidestones. That's correct. That state. I thought I saw something that they were putting a new community. Or wait, maybe it was the opposite. Maybe there was a black community going in Georgia. Maybe that's what it was. They were doing the same thing that the white people did in Missouri and Georgia. But it was for people of color, if I remember right. I don't know, because I don't really care about race that much. So I really don't pay attention to who's pissing who off and who hates who these days. You know, I don't really care. But since Lorelei was live and she was over in Harrison, Arkansas, that's the most racist part of Arkansas. I thought I'd bring it up. But I really and truly don't follow who's hating who these days, you know. I figure if you don't acknowledge it, it's not happening. Yeah, it sounds nice, right? My wife, when she gets home sometimes, she's not a gigantic TV watcher like me, but she'll sit here on the couch, I'm on the couch, and she'll watch her YouTube videos while listening to the fish tank. So, Lorna, yeah, that's what she does. Human, yeah, we either have humans or aliens, one of the two. And I don't mean illegal aliens, extraterrestrials. So I saw that video that I really liked a long time ago by that one guy who talked about, you know, if you get rid of the skin, we're all the same thing. And I believe that, you know, we all are the same. You know, what's difference between people is not the color of our skin, but the culture we're raised in and how we're parented and how we're raised. So we are not different because of our skin. We are different because of our values, beliefs, traditions. That's what makes us different from one another. There you go, speaking that fancy foreign language. Henry says, and that's why I don't live in Georgia anymore either. There you go. You like that, Lona? See, you're trying to see, Meme is just showing off. Meme is just showing off, is what he's doing. He's trying to show us that he can speak 5, 6, 7 different languages. He travels the world entertaining audiences. One of my relatives started Norcross, Georgia town. Nice, nice. That's nice, that's cool. Maybe you can go back there and stake claim to it and say, I claim dominion over this land. You know, it's kind of what they do in the Philippines. You know, somebody will pop up in the Philippines and go, well, you know, my great, 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 great dog owned that parcel of land, so I stake claim to it. Human is human. Doesn't matter to me where you come from. That's right, my friend. It only matters to me not where you come from, but what you do with yourself, right? I mean, if you're do bad things, then I don't want anything to do with you. If you do good things, then great. So the only thing that matters is what people do. Their actions speak louder than words. You like to fish? I can probably zoom in. Let me rotate. See the fish on the diver's helmet? Where's my camera? I'm not really going to see that. That's a Bacosimus. And those are just fancy goldfish, I think. I think she's got like a bubble eye fish or something. You know, the ones that has the protruding eyeballs. I show of right now with my know of some language. Yes. You love it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you loving it. We need a lot of love. We're trying to grow and be successful in life. There you go. But how did they take that, Henry? I got a feeling they probably went, because I do that with my house. Because David wanted, so that's right, my friend. Beautiful, beautiful. It is beautiful. Fish tanks are cool. I'm a little bit more of a vegetation guy. As I said earlier, maybe I'll give you a better view of it. There you go. You know, I like a lot of stuff in fish tanks, but it's my wife's fish tank. She does what she wants with it, and I don't worry about it. I don't touch it. They freaked out when they found out what your name was. Didn't know how to react. Well, that's funny. No, my air conditioner kicked on. It must be hot. Yeah, you know. You're sending the hearts. Thank you. We appreciate that. Every little bit of love helps. Support. YouTube likes comments and thoughts. They like emojis and, you know, things like that, what you're doing. They really do. So now Meme is speaking German, and what he is saying is, David, that's me, your host, is the most handsomest man that he's ever seen in his entire life. Oh, sorry, and smartest. Be right back. Henry says, Tim's in the house. How are you, Tim? What's going on in the Philippines, buddy? No problem. Thank you. Well, we appreciate that. Now, can I ask, Lona, what part of the world are you in? What part of the country are you in? Because I think you're here in the United States, right? Which I'm 99% sure you are. I'm just curious which part of the world you're in. Tim saying hello to Meme, and Meme is being Meme today. I hope things are going well in the Philippines, in the land of the Philippines. A lot of craziness in America this week, Tim, if you haven't seen or figured it out. David is the smartest and knows everything there is to know about the German language. Oh, meme, I don't think I know everything. Hey, Tim, Arizona. I like Arizona. Arizona is a very pretty state. It's not my cup of tea to live at forever, but I think it's a beautiful state. Meme needs glasses eventually. Oh, evidently. No, he doesn't. What do you mean? You know, he can't help the fact that he thinks I'm the most handsomest man. The deal is, Tim, the problem comes in is Meme is in Germany, right? And so he sees my big mug everywhere because I look like his countrymen. Isn't that right, Meme? Don't I look like your countrymen? I'm just some guy down the road from you. Golly, goshly. Man, I was really irritated today. Well, I get irritated at least once a day about something, but I went to the bank to take some money out, and this stupid bank of mine gave me a new card. I still can't, we only have like one branch around here to take cash out of. So I drive all the way up there with my new ATM card to take some cash out for Lorelei, and it still won't need to take any cash out. So I'm like, fine. One, I'm thinking about closing the account because it's irritated me. So I went online and I transferred some money into another account. But now that bank charged me $3 to transfer my own money to a different, oh man. Going to the Seahawks game and the Arizona Cardinals game, stadium on third. Wow. For week 4, I'm going to my mom. Nice. Wow. Can I be nosy and ask how much the tickets are? I wonder how much are the tickets for the NFL game. I don't think we could afford a ticket to I wouldn't go, to be honest. I wouldn't go because I don't like crowds. You've seen the craziness, Tim? Yeah, it's a little crazy. It's calming down. It is. It's starting to calm down, Tim, and kind of return back to normal. I saw today that, over in Europe is having issues. Korea's mad at us because, the visa process was done wrong. They were on tourist visas, not work visas, blah, blah, blah. So we have South Korea mad at us currently. Saying, we don't know we should do business with you because you booted our 300 people out of your country. You should have, and Trump, I guess, came back and said, we can make an exception because we understand the mistake. Not the government, our mistake, but the mistake in understanding how these things work. So maybe we won't have any more Korean food or cars in America. I don't know. They're mad at us. Everybody gets mad at us. My wedding anniversary is this weekend. Oh, really? It's pretty expensive. It's about $100. Okay. I don't know. I don't think, to be honest, I guess, I don't think $100 is that bad. I wouldn't go because I don't like crowds. I have PTSD from my coma, so I wouldn't really like that. But I could see $100 at a ticket. I paid that for concerts. You know what I mean? And so I could see that. Plus parking, snacks. So you're probably talking about $150 a person. So a little pricey, but I could see it. Meme says, I've learned English since I was 6. You know what, Meme? I've learned English a lot longer than that. I learned it since I was 2 days old. How's that? Mathematics says, would you ever consider being circumcised live? Well, no, because it's already happened, so why would I do it live? I have no problems with medical procedures. I would love to show you when I have my pacemaker taken out here in about a month. But they won't let me. I've already asked. I went to the doctor last week. to get ready for some of this, and I asked, hey, can I video them taking this out? He's like, no. It's like, can I have the old one? I'm like, nah, it's medical waste. So, but good to have you here. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. Nowadays, I'm 7. I get you, buddy. So, would you consider eating a viper fish on live? Well, I don't know what a viper fish is. To be honest, I don't know what that is. You can see anything you want to see. There's a PayPal link on my page, right? My YouTube channel. All you got to do is go there, and it's going to cost you $5,000, and you'll get the pictures of that by putting $5,000 to, and make sure you earmark it as like friends and family, and then you'll get to see that. I'll send you those pictures pretty quickly, all right? So PayPal, my PayPal on the page right there, go to that, click on that, put the $5,000 in there, and you'll get it. Hopefully my team will win when I'm there. I hope they do too. Eddie Finn says, I'll take 2. Woohoo, there you go. Yeah, I take 2 of the fish. Tim, the Korean visitors to the manufacturing could have avoided the trouble if they identified their visa status immediately. 1,000%. They didn't identify, and they had the wrong visa status. So, because apparently they somehow came over on, and I haven't got the story straight, but it appears they've come over on a tourist visa. On an American tourist visa, you can't work. The Korean government is saying it's a misunderstanding because in Korea, if you come on a tourist visa, you can work. So they were under the assumption. Now the problem is that company should know better. The people that are running the company, bringing those workers over, should go, wait a minute, no. They can't come over on this visa. They got to come over on this visa. I consider it. I am 15. You girl, though. I don't know what that is. Are you trying to say you're a 15-year-old girl? So then, well, if you're 15, you might want to go talk to your mama about it and see if that's what you're saying. I don't know. I'm back. Henry says, good. Thanks. Who's under the golf hat? The golf hat? You mean the flat cap? The person under it is the person talking on the live stream. So, okay, now you're saying that you're a minor child, so I'm going to break it down to real basic level. Try to keep it real simple for you, because I'm going to assume that you're dumb as a rock. So, this is a flat cap, or you could say a golf hat if that makes it okay. The person under it is me, myself, because I'm talking to you and I'm wearing it. So, 1 + 1 does equal 2 in this situation. So, but yeah, you're right, Tim. And so the Korean president, and now some of the Korean companies are going, well, we don't know if we should do business in America. Like, well, okay, then don't do business here. Would I consider eating a Madagascar hissing cockroach on live? Sure. Once again, go to the PayPal account, put some money in there, like, I don't know, that one would cost you $2,000. Put $2,000 USD in the PayPal account, and I'll take care of that. I'll send you a video of me doing that. Hello, Henry from Tim. Sorry, minors are not allowed here. Pat's in the house. Good evening. Good evening, everybody from Pat, But what about me? What about me, meme? I'm a minor. I actually think of being a minor. Before I retired, one of the things I was becoming was I was starting to become an expert in marine safety. And I was also just touching on mine and crane safety. So safety in the mines. Hello, Pat. $50 to eat. See, well, okay, super chat, throw $50 down. So, Matt, if you're going to keep asking me to do weird stuff, just put money out there. Either put up or shut up. So if you want to do a super chat of $50, then we'll start talking about what we can or cannot do. So, but Running your mouth doesn't do any good on this channel. You either put up or shut up. Because if not, the people are going to make fun of you and laugh at you. You're 30, I am 31. Hey, Brother Henry, good to see you, man. Miners is just the black taste in Plano. Plano, Texas. Show the mantis shrimp and all super. I don't have a mantis shrimp. What makes you think I have a mantis shrimp? You must be dumb as a rock. Are you on drugs? Have you talked to your mama about getting you into a drug treatment facility? So either put up or shut up, one of the two. Put some money on the board or just go play with yourself somewhere else. Pat said, what do you mean, PAC? You might have gotten stuck in the mine. I would have. But it was something, but it was something I was really excited in. You know, a MSHA, which is the Mine Safety Organization, which is different than OSHA. So, yeah, there was a need for experts, and people were asking me, hey, can you become an expert in this field? Mathematics, okay, I know you're a little slow on the uptake. It's a freshwater tank, freshwater. Very, very cool. How you know Betty Ford? How knows Betty Ford? Betty Ford, the former president wife, or Betty Ford, the treatment clinic? Is that one and the same? Is the Betty Ford clinic the Gerald Ford's wife? Is that named after her? I don't know. Would I consider eating grizzly online? Sure, I eat grizzly every other day. Hell, I'll do it online tomorrow. I eat them every other day around here. You have a great voice. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I've got the best drug rehab if you really want to go there. What's the name of it? No, you got to do $100 super chat, and then I'll show you the inside of my refrigerator. It's going to cost you $100. Meme says, what's the treatment? Okay, so Betty Ford, the treatment clinic. Okay, yeah. I didn't know it was still in existence, to be honest. But I still wonder if that was named after the president. But, yeah, I don't know. But, Henry, which one's the best one? Go, Arkansas. Go, go, go. First down. Come on, come on, come on. Woohoo. Oh, he face masked his ass. He horse collared him. He did something wrong. Give him a flag. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't even know where the Betty Ford Clinic is. It sounds like it's probably in California, maybe. All right, so mathematics, you must be really dumb as a rock. So you think an adult can go swimming in a small fish tank. All right, so you've proven your point that you're dumb as a rock. Refrigerator, yeah, I got it. You want, refrigerator, yeah. Super chat, and you can see inside my refrigerator. Yes, Betty Ford Clinic was started by, okay, I didn't know that. I was just curious. Wow, there's a techno track called Betty Ford. I didn't know that either. Tim, do you know what state it's in by any chance? All right, so we'll keep picking on mathematics because it's dumb as a rock. Yeah, go ahead and put your head in there for 4 minutes. All right. Well, believe it or not, I can breathe underwater pretty good. I have gills. You know what Aquaman is? Him and I are cousins, so I can do the same thing Aquaman can do. Agent, it's the VA clinic. The Veterans Administration Clinic, drug rehab clinic. They have a good one? Because, I'm not a veteran, never been a veteran, never been one of their clinics, but I've never ever had the impression that anything the VA does is great. California, yeah, that's what I was thinking, it was in California. I mean, it sounds like a California thing, right? But I don't know. I'm sure there's some really good ones and expensive ones, but I don't know. I'm sure we have drug clinics, rehab clinics here. We have a place here that's been here since I was a kid called Decision Point. Decision Point. I'll have to play it later. Damn. Arkansas is sucking. My team is losing. I got your track up. Can you hear that? Is there any words to it, or are they just thumping? Oh, they put you in a mental ward? Well, there you go. That'll make it crazy as that. You hear it? I can hear that. So that's all it is? Well, that's kind of boring. It's not very cool. Oh, there goes a little different. I was starting to say meme. That's kind of boring. Not boring? All right, I'm trying. $100. You want me to take my hat off? It's going to cost you $100. Lorelei, my wife, says we're going to go eat at the Texas Roadhouse in Rogers. All right, go eat. Have a good time. It's fine with me. You know, enjoy yourself while I'm home watching the Razorbacks lose a football game. So, yeah, just feel free to enjoy your life while your husband's at home suffering, you know. All right. There's a good military drug and alcohol treatment facility at the David Grant Medical Center in Travis Air Force Base. All right. I just always, and like I said, I don't know anything about the military stuff, to be honest. But all you hear is horror stories. All right, Lorelei, have fun. It's Venus's birthday. So is she officially 21? Tell her happy birthday. Everybody saying happy birthday to Lorelei's friend Venus. She's the skinny Filipina girl that's single. So everybody say happy birthday to her. Henry said hello, hello, and Lorelei said hello, hello. She's gonna go have a big fancy meal while I'm stuck at home with my dog, you know, having nothing, you know. But that's okay. It's how it is in this house, you know. The wife gets to live the life of the rock star, and the husband has to just sit here babysitting the dog. Pat says, happy birthday to you, young lady. I think she's 21 or 22 now. They went hot air ballooning today. They went out to watch hot air balloons. Lorelei and I, a few years back, for our wedding anniversary, which is this weekend, by the way, if anybody wants to super chat me so I can pay for Lorelei's fancy dinner this weekend. I bought in Branson, Missouri, I found and bought a hot air balloon ride. I don't remember how much it was. It's been years ago. But it was really cool. We did that for our wedding anniversary one year, hot air ballooning. Woo-wee, $1,000 a day and 92. Holy smoking butt farts. Man, I can't even afford $1 a day. You know, I do think this, and I'm not an expert because I'm just not, but I do think addiction is probably one of the hardest things to get over, to get through. Whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, tacos, it doesn't matter. I think for some reason the human body and addiction is just really hard for the human body, whether it's the mind in the human body or just, I don't know. But I do think it's one of the most difficult things for people to deal with. I really do. And I don't know what the solution is, of course. And the one here is very good. I dropped a friend off there. 8 months later, he was sober. Well, that's good. But the real key is, was he sober for, ever since? I remember dropping my uncle off down to the VA one time when he had the DTs. I had an uncle, and I was a kid. He was an old guy, but he was a bad alcoholic. And I remember dumping him off at the VA. He wanted to go really bad, so I took him down there. But he didn't stay sober. I got a brother who died of alcoholism, Robert. I couldn't keep him sober. He couldn't keep himself sober at all. He died of alcoholism, related conditions. So I think addiction's hard for people. Tim says, did he relapse, Henry? And that's a great question, and I don't know the answer. I wonder what the percentage of people relapse in their addiction. I would assume, and I don't know, but I would assume that is a very high number. It wouldn't surprise me if 90 plus percent of people who are addicted to something, don't care what it is, relapses in their life. Still sober, and that was 7 years ago. That's good, Henry. Pat says, you're right. You're right, yeah. Oh, sorry, Meme says, once I was sober, but it's not a good life. Oh, come on. I've told the story and talked about the fact that my brother Robert was an alcoholic, and he was depressed when he was sober because he didn't have any friends anymore. When he was drinking, he had all kinds of people that wanted to hang out with him because they all needed drinking buddies. They all needed an excuse. Hey, my friends are doing it. I need to go hang out with my friends. And he could never find another avenue. And since, he had a desire to really be liked and to be a part of something, I think that aided to the fact that he couldn't stand being sober because he was no longer in the mix. Today, I'm addicted to water. That's a good thing. Don't drink too much. You become, what's the word, hypertonic? Is that the word? I can't remember the word. There's a word for being overhydrated. He did relapse, went back for a few months, but that was 7 years ago. Okay. Unfortunately, the relapse rate is not even 50%. So, Tim, are you saying that the people that stay sober is less than 50% of the people that go to rehab? So it's kind of like, because that would be impressive to me that there's so many people that don't relapse, because I really believe that it would be really, really high. All right. I mean, because I just think now the other thing I see is, in my experience, is trading one addiction for the other. So let's say you're no longer an alcoholic, right? But now you've switched to gambling. I don't know. Or instead of drinking, you smoke. Something like that. And then, so I know there's, I think, a transference that happens sometimes. One thing I do think is strange and odd, to be honest, is from what I know, when you're trying to get clean and sober from drugs and alcohol, this is something I personally don't understand. Why is it that they allow you to continue to smoke in rehab? Because that's not taking care of that addiction. Smoking is an addiction, right? So they're saying, okay, you can not have this addiction, but you can have that addiction. And that I don't understand. Pat says, I don't drink a lot once in a great while. Yeah, same here. I'm really high on a balloon right now. You saw the balloons with my wife. My wife went to the balloon show. Relapse happens over 70%. I believe that. I totally believe that. Doesn't surprise me at all. At all. My football team is getting ready to go down by a score. We're sucking. But that's what I didn't understand, because I see this. All right, well, you're going to come here to work on your addiction, but we're going to allow you to be addicted to cigarettes, nicotine. I don't understand that. I don't know if you guys do or not. I never understood it. Because I would think if you're going to treat addiction, don't you got to treat addiction? And if you're saying, okay, well, you can be addicted to gambling, that's okay, but, you can't drink, it doesn't make any sense to me. Imagine, and I'm in a bus, plane, club, another club, plane, bus, club. Yeah, you're a busy guy. You're moving around. What will you do? No sleep. Yeah, I understand that. It's the environment, right? It's, my brother Robert always says, well, if I wasn't in the bar industry, and I told him, I said, yeah, but you choose to be in the bar industry. You choose because it makes it easy, and it gives you a convenient excuse to drink. No, I got to work in the bar. I'm a bartender. No, it's what no, it's not, it's what you're doing. Damn it. Man, we suck. I smoked at age 15 cigarettes. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, Meme. I really don't. Right, now I understand, Tim, about, look, going cold turkey off of the drugs or the alcohol, and then also nicotine. But it still doesn't make sense to me why they don't wind that down, because that's not treating the addiction. Because just from what little bit I know, and I don't know much, but if you're addicted, if you have the personality type to where you're easily addicted to things, then don't you got to treat addiction? Well, and that's what, and me, man, I understand what you're saying, because my brother was the same way. He's like, well, I enjoy working in bars. I enjoy being in the restaurant industry. I really enjoy. And I'm like, well, I understand that you enjoy it, and I would tell him, but you can't be sober and work at a bar. Hello, it doesn't work. So, but he really didn't want to be sober, and that's what he chose not to do, so. We're all addicted to air, my friend. Yeah, you got to quit them cigarettes. Nowadays, I smoke a half a stick in cigarettes. Half a pack, maybe? Yeah, I know, Tim. I get the fact that the total withdrawal and shock, right? But if you go and if you go somewhere though, right, to treat addiction, so we're going to get you off the alcohol, great. But now, don't you think we ought to get you off of the other thing you're addicted to? Maybe you're addicted to wearing black hats, and it's not good for you because it's misshaping your head or something. I don't know. But don't you think you got to work on that addiction also? Can't smoke a whole pack? That's good. You got to wind them cigarettes down. They're no good for you, Pat. No, and I don't smoke, never have. I still smoke after everything I quit doing. I'll say smoking. It's one habit that I just don't want to quit. There you go. See? And that's the other big part of it is I believe that you got to want to end whatever the addiction is. Maybe it's addiction, of poking your eyeball with a stick. You got to want to end that. Meme says, I don't have to be sober in my kind of business. That's the thing. As long as I can bring my work down, I'm good. Yeah, I understand. And look, and I used to know a lot of, functioning drunks, especially cops. I had several friends, police officer friends, that were what I would call functioning alcoholics. While they're on duty, before they went to work, they'd have a couple beers. They'd go be a police officer all day, come home and drink. When they didn't work, but they drank all day long, all the time, and they were what they were called high functioning drunks. So I get that they didn't do it on their job, and they didn't need to do it. They needed to not have it on their job. And I get that you don't have to be, it's like Robert, my brother, being a bartender. You don't need to be sober to be a bartender. And actually, probably better if you're not. Probably make more money. I agree. No addiction. And I'm not picking on any addiction tonight. I don't know how we got on addictions. But I'm not picking on any addiction. I'm just saying in general, if you're addicted to eating, toilet paper, because I've seen that on TV, well, that's an addiction, right? So it has to be treated as an addiction, not, the toilet paper is not the problem. It's the addiction, right? So the alcohol is not the enemy. It's the fact that you're addicted to it, that you can't stop and control yourself. Right? Or am I wrong? Dennis in the house. Everybody doesn't say hello to Dennis. Dennis, you missed the arm candy earlier. Lorelei and her girly friends were at a balloon festival today, and now they're over there eating steak somewhere. Good to see you. Everybody say hello to Dennis. Dennis is addicted to arm candy. And I think we've discussed in the past that Dennis can have up to 4 arm candy at any given time. Pat says, yeah, I seen the lady that eats the toilet paper. Well, hey, Dennis from Henry. Imagine, go to a festival, do your job as a DJ. 200 people know you and want to drink. Yeah, I understand that. Trust me, I get that. I do. I get that. They want to celebrate being around you because you're the DJ, center of attention. You're doing cool shit. They want to bask in your glory. They want to champion you. I get it because I've seen it. Been there, done that. Henry Dennis said, hello, buys arm candy. Hey, Pat. If you eat toilet paper, does that count as self-wiping? Ooh, maybe. I understand. Maybe. Ooh, meme, that's pretty good. I mean, Tim, that's pretty good. I don't know. Automatic wiping, But part of meme, what I'll say about this is, and I know from my personal experience, it's an excuse. If we're in this scene, right? It's like you want to party with the DJ. You want to party with the musician. Well, if you're not already into that scene and doing those things, look, when I go to concerts and I go to bars, I don't want to have a drink with you because I'm not a drinker. I'm not addicted to alcohol. So I don't need to justify having more drinks by saying, hey, there's the DJ, let's party with them. Because that justifies, and my brother Robert did this all the time. He was excellent at finding people and reasons to drink. Hey, I'm going to go to the Razorback game. Woo-hoo, holy shit and butt farts. Somebody's getting married. Holy shit and butt farts. And let's have a toast. It's your birthday. Another toast for the birthday person. You know what I mean? Nisha's in the house. Everybody say hello to Nisha. Nisha, good to see you. How are things going for you? Well, you drink water. You drink with them with water. You substitute the alcohol for water. I've seen professionals in your line of the world who don't want to drink or don't drink, but that's what they do. They still make that connection, but instead they're drinking water. Hello, Anisha from Pat. Hello, Pats, how are ya? Dennis is in the house too, Nisha. My comment says if I go for the festival event, whatever, I do my job and go home. That's good. Doing good, Pat says. I need to go now. All right, Tim. I'm glad you're doing well today, my friend. Nisha says things are pretty good. Nice. How are your grades? How's your homework going? Lorelai, my wife, as you know, she's out having a fancy dinner with her girlfriends while I'm sitting at home eating dog food. Come on, Arkansas. Ah, shit and butt farts. I'm watching football, so if I yell and scream a little bit, that's what I'm doing. Nisha says, hello, Dennis. So Lorelai went and did some hot air balloon watching today with some of the Filipina girls. So they went over to a balloon festival and did all of that, and now they're out having steak, while me, their poor husband, is at home eating dog food. There you go. Well, that's it exactly, but a lot of them will buy you the alcohol, right? So that justifies them drinking. I'll buy you another shot for the host. You know, been there, done that. Been there, done, seen it many times. You know, you don't got to, Robert hardly ever bought liquor because he knew enough people around him when he was bartending that would buy him the drinks. So he didn't have to fork out the money. You know, let's have another round, you know, and stuff like that. Nisha, you like that? So yeah, I'm home eating dog food. Lorelai's eating probably steak, maybe lobster. This weekend's our wedding anniversary. We've been married 482 years. So I got to take Lorelai out to another fancy dinner this weekend. Oh, guess what we're doing tomorrow, Nisha? You might know this, or some of you others may know this. We're going to go watch a movie called, I don't know, it's an anime like Dragon Slayer or somebody killed somebody. It's we're going to the movie theater. I can't remember the name of it. Dragon something, maybe Dragon Slayer? Is that right? Does anybody know where we're going tomorrow? What I'm doing tomorrow? It's an animation movie, Japanese thing that's out in the theaters these days. Demon Slayer. Is that what it is? All right. So Lorelai's making me take her to go watch Demon Slayer tomorrow. It's a very short time period. I know. 498,000 years. I don't know about movie. I don't know either, man. Demon Slayer. Apparently is it Japanese? Pat said, for me, 2 beers in a small cup of bourbon, Jack Daniel Coke, and I'm in. Good. All right. Well, I don't know. We probably won't drink at the movie theater, obviously, but I don't know. Yeah, apparently let me make fun. Apparently the Asian people are very excited about it. My wife and all of her friends have been talking about it, chatting about it. And so she booked the tickets last night. So apparently we are going to go watch it tomorrow. Yeah. And she's the first one of her group to get to go watch it, I guess. I can tell you about music. Music soothes the soul, enlightens the mind, strengthens the bond between you and the heavens. Music is powerful. First time you've heard of it, Henry? Yeah, it's all over the TV. I mean, you know, commercials for it. And apparently it's really, 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 really popular because she booked it the other day and everything was sold out for today. And tomorrow we got 2 seats because we know the theater really well. So she got good seats for tomorrow, but, you know, it filled up quickly. So apparently it's extremely popular, whatever it is. So it's been sold out. Even the IMAX and the really expensive tickets are all sold out. Yeah, very popular. Don't watch TV? Well, there you go. Then you probably don't know anything about it, Henry. I'm more of a taster of alcohol beverages and new things as long as it's good. Yeah, you gotta like if it's good, you gotta try it. I mean, I don't drink much either, but when I go out, like on a cruise, they make really good cocktails. I don't mind one for the night. But my team's losing by 10 points, by the way. So you guys should all feel bad for me. Oh, he's got the first down and more. So, yeah, Las Vegas in the house. Yeah, Lorelai and I went to Vegas for our wedding, no, for her birthday a few years ago. Yeah, probably 5 or 6 years. I don't know when we went, but we went to Vegas for her birthday one year. And thinking of her birthday, she turns 40 next year, and she's having this gigantic, elaborate birthday party with vent and all. And Meme, are you going to come over and DJ Lorelai's party for her? So we need somebody to handle the entertainment. So she's having a big party, food, everything next spring for her 40th birthday party. Your first wedding was 30 years ago in Vegas. Wow. Man, you really are old. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get married in Vegas. We just hung out in Vegas. We had some dinner, went to the Grand Canyon and some other places. Well, you're going to have to change that you're going to have to figure out you're going to have to learn how to DJ karaoke music, all right? Because Filipinos do karaoke. So you're going to have to learn how to be a karaoke master. Can you do that? That's what you got to do. You got to learn a new skill, my friend. Because Lorelai's going to have a birthday. Oh, what are they beating up my guy for? Why are they beating up my football player? So she's going to have a big 40th birthday party, apparently. A lot of food, friends. We got to go this next week, and we're going to be looking at scouting locations for her birthday. But you can learn. I have faith in you. There it is, touchdown. Oh, fart knockers. Come on, man, you can do it. You can do it, Meme. I'm inviting you to the party. All you got to do is give us like $100,000. And you can come and be the techno karaoke DJ guy. Yep, it's easy to do karaoke. What we'll do, these girls have karaoke down like nobody's business, right? So what we'll do is take one of these projectors we have. We have some projectors that have been given to us. And we'll put it up on a big wall or a screen and hook it up to the JBL sound system and yada, 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 shit. Dang it. I'm not happy. Come on, Meme. I have faith in you, my friend. Man, we're sucking wind at the moment. But, so we'll put it up, project the words up, hook it up to a laptop, put the Yuba Tuba on, hook up the JBL sound system, and we'll let these girls scream at the top of their lungs trying to sing. You have no clue what technical really means. No, I don't. But I used to know about technology. I used to work with scientific equipment a lot. But I'm giving you a huge compliment, Meme, because I know that you're versatile, that you're smart enough to pick up on new genres. I know you can do it. You just got to open your mind and your heart and go, yes, I can become world famous, right? And say, I can branch out and make the world love me. So, but that's what we're doing next spring. Scotty's in the house. How are you, Scotty? Good to see you. Good morning to you, my friend. You're welcome to come to the 40th birthday party for Lorelei in the spring. I am very interested in nerve genres. I have no clue what that is either. I'm way out of date. The only music I listen to is 80s and older. I don't listen to anything new. So I have no clue. Mathematics is back. Probably got done playing with himself, so he's come back into the live. Sure, like I said 500 times, you need to make a big super chat, then we'll let you sleep under the bed. But yeah, so I don't know. What we're going to do. They'll just do karaoke. I hate karaoke. I got to admit. I am not a fan of karaoke. But that's all right. Everybody say thumbs up for us, by the way. And well, come on over with that mathematics. If that makes you happy. Gene Simmons. Ooh, Kiss. Gene Simmons is good music, the Kiss. Kiss is all I need is a kiss. Rainy day here while I watch a beautiful girl. While I watch my beautiful girl bag dried. Boy, I had to read that one twice because, Scotty, I was reading that, going down a rabbit hole that nobody should ever go down. So I'm glad I read that twice. She's bagging up stinky fish, dried fish. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that stinky fish. I like his music, Rot God Demon. Yes. Do you know that the Monopoly synthesizer is? I do not. Oh, the Monopoly synthesizer. No, but I got a feeling from the words it means that mono is one, poly is multiples, synthesizer is something that brings things together to harmonize or to synthesize a sound effect. So, never heard of it, but I'm assuming that's what it does. Pat says, I like all kinds of music. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. Bagging up that old stinky fish. Woo-wee. You're a better man than me. We don't have any stinky fish in the house. The last time we had stinky fish, they didn't really seem to like it very well. For some reason, maybe it was bad stinky fish, but they thought it was too, the Filipinos, because I don't eat it. They didn't like it. It didn't go well. So the good news is they kind of turned them off, and they haven't wanted stinky fish in a while. 1/2 kilo. Woohoo! We got to get a 1/2 kilo of stinky fish going. Is that how many? 1/2 kilos in a bag? Well, how much is stinky fish over there? My football team's losing, by the way. You guys should all feel sorry for me. I thought we might actually have a real chance of being halfway decent this year. It looks like we're going to stink like stinky fish. Oh, Jesus. How in the hell can we do that? We suck. Why? We are stinky fish. My goodness gracious. Pat says, hello to you, Scotty B. Good to see ya. Paid 85 pesos for 1/2 kilo of stinky fish. So that's about $1.25-ish. Hello, Pat. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what stinky fish costs in America. We need to go to the Asian store, though. I know that. We do need to go to the Asian store. We're out of the Korean breads. At our local Asian stores, they sell a really good selection of these Korean breads that are individually wrapped. They're like maybe mango filling or butter or just flavored bread is all they are. They're like breadsticks. They look kind of like breadsticks. But I really like them, and I have one sometimes. They're really good to absorb like stomach acid in the mornings when you wake up. I usually drink my juice, take my medicine, and I eat one of these breadsticks, these bread thingies. And it helps to keep my medicine from making me sick because I take so many drugs. Kind of an instrument that is used by bands like Phil Collins, Muse, 9 Inch Nails. Okay, so it's a synthesizer where a harmonizer brings things in and it makes noise or makes it artificial, right? So, you sympathize. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I love Phil Collins, by the way. Phil Collins, I think, is one of the greatest ever. Genesis is unbelievable. I love Phil Collins. I don't even know if he's still alive, but I really like his music. I don't really listen to 9 Inch Nails or anything, but man, I know Phil Collins and Genesis. She's got a deal on the stinky fish from the neighbor. So now I have to smell it until it's all gone. So if you want some, I'll send it. There you go. No. But here's what you do. Here's what I learned in the Philippines about that, Scotty. What I learned, and here's my tip, pro tip, right? You go to the neighbor, you pay the neighbor more than what the stinky fish would cost for her to buy it. You give the neighbor more than that not to sell her the stinky fish. Say, okay, if it's $1.25, I can't remember what you told me. How many pesos was it? 85 pesos. So what you do is you tell the girl, here's 100 pesos. Do not sell to my wife. Or if you need to, here's 500 pesos. Do not sell her any stinky fish. That's the secret. You got to pay it one way or the other. So, either smell it or you pay the extra money and don't smell it. A little bribery goes a long ways in life, folks. Man, one of my players is hurt bad. Kevin Walker from Atlanta, Georgia. Canaan Walker. I was on twice concerts for Phil Collins. Have the greatest album from Genesis on vinyl. Oh, that's cool. I do like Genesis. I really mean it. I like Phil Collins. It's always done without your knowledge. And that's kind of what I mean, Scotty. You got to go behind the scenes and say, hey, I'm going to give you 500 pesos not to sell my wife any stinky fish. Without the woman folk looking on, you got to do it top secret, down and dirty. Nobody knows what you're doing. You got to go bribe the person. It's kind of like when we're living there, I could never catch the lady because she was too fast. But there was a lady that always came like at 4 a.m. going, trying to sell, I guess, the rice in the morning, the cooked rice and the things. And I always wanted to go out there and catch her and just give her money not to do that. But she was so little and fast, I couldn't catch her. Real, I can know where I can get a whole mess of it right now and can send it to you if you really want it. Yeah, we can buy stinky fish up here at the Asian store. So at any of our Asian stores, they all carry it now. It's pretty easy to get. So we don't want stinky fish no more. My wife and all of her friends have, since they're not in the Philippines anymore, they don't seem to be, the longer they're in America, the less they like the stinky fish. I guess they kind of grow out of it or become unaccustomed to it. So luckily, the last we got was from the Philippines. One of our friends flew over and brought some stinky fish to give to Lorelei. They cooked it up and ate it, and they didn't like it. They thought it was way too salty and yucky. And so since then, that's been a couple of years. Since then, we haven't had any stinky fish in the house or on the patio. No, we got enough. If we want to go buy it, we'll just go down the road. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow and buy some Korean breads. We got to get out tomorrow and go to go see Dragon Slayer. Is that what it was? Dragon Slayer? We got to go see the Dragon Slayer cartoon movie tomorrow. So while we're out, we'll stop by the Asian store and pick up some breads. And these little breads work really well. They're really good. And then next weekend, I got to take the wife out to a fancy dinner. So she was looking at restaurants last night, but I don't know if she's decided on one or not. Demon Slayer. Is that what it was? All right, I don't know, man. What's the difference? Dragon, demon, it starts with the D. It's both hypothetical. You know what I mean? I hope it's in English. My luck, I'll sit there, because she said it's like almost a 2-hour movie. So my luck, I'll sit there for 2 hours and not understand a damn word of the movie. So that'll be my luck. But we got to run out tomorrow and get some stuff, so. We don't got to go to Walmart, I don't think. I don't think we need anything from Walmart. So that's a good thing. But I need some of those Korean breads. I like them. And if you microwave them, they're even better. You just microwave them for about 10 seconds, and it takes the fruit filling inside of it and makes it more mushy. Mushy, I say. So we got to get some of that. But no stinky fish in this house. We got a lot going on this year. We're having our Halloween party again coming up in a few weeks, right? Halloween's right around the corner. So we have our wedding anniversary next weekend. All right. So I need to e-beg for that $5 million beach house so I can get my wife a nice wedding anniversary gift. How do I get to my email? I have no idea, but don't watch TV and never heard of it. Yeah, me either, man. That's why I keep large bottles of Listerine so Lincoln wash her mouth. Oh, God, I know, man. Did Meme send me something? Meme, did I miss you typing something? Sorry. Thank you for letting me know, Henry, that Meme sent me something. I missed it. Wow, look at that. He's got a ticket stub from Phil Collins. Let's see if I can see the date on it. It's 132.50 euros. Holy smoking butt farts. June the 19th, year 2021, I think. Very cool, man. Tracy Chapman, is she the one that's dead, right? The skinny girl that's dead, right? Tracy Chapman? Or was that Carpenter? The name sounds familiar. I was thinking of Carpenter, though. All right, they're taking the football player to the hospital. Tracy Chapman, I'll Google it. I was thinking of that Carpenter chick who's dead. Is this one of the 27 Club? All the musicians who died at the age 27? Tracy Chapman, American singer-songwriter. Oh, she does the song Fast Car? Yeah, she's good. That's probably the only one I know I can recognize. But, yeah, why not? I'm good with that. Is Phil dead? Or is he just retired? Scotty says, man, you are old. Your mind is decrepit. You got Swiss cheese of a brain. Boy, you are thinking of Karen Carpenter. All right. Well, at least I was thinking. You know, I didn't say I was right. But, what's her name? Karen Carpenter. The Carpenters, right? I said, man, that makes us old, Scotty. Yeah, that stinky fish is rough, man. You gotta, you know, when the Filipinos, man, when those elbows go a-flying, you know, when they're eating at that table, doing that whole, shoving that food in their mouth, sometimes I wonder, you know. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. Sometimes I think I need to do a manners class with all the Filipino women that come over here. Fast Car, yes, such a nice, yeah, it's a great song. Great song. I agree. I like Fast Car. I didn't know really who it was, but yeah, I like it. Phil is retired but not dead. Okay. Love Phil Collins. I like a lot of singers. Phil Collins, I think Elton John's great. He's one of my favorite. I mean, there's so many people out there. There really just is. There's a lot of good musicians out there. I'm not one of them, but yeah. But Scotty, there's been often times I've sat around a table or outside the table, because one thing we don't do as American men, when all the women are sitting down and eating that food and shoveling it in like they're going out of style, I don't sit at the table. I find it too messy. But I often thought, man, if I could slow them down and just teach them some etiquette about how to use a fork, how to slow down, how to swallow their food and not talk with their mouths open while they're eating, it would make a much more pleasant party. At the last concert who I was in, he can't do drums. Oh, like, well, I don't know, he must be pushing old like us. Yes, their fingers are all greasy wet because God forbid they use a fork or a napkin or shut their mouths while they're eating, swallow their food, and then speak. You know, I don't know how many times I've seen these food just popping out of their mouths. Well, next week I'll be getting my car back, and now it's more of a race car than a regular car. Ah, so you souped it up. Nice. His son plays the drums for, oh, that's cool. That's really kind of cool. He was excellent at the drums, though. I mean, some of the stuff he would do on the drums, oh my goodness. I can still kind of hear it, you know what I mean? But we're having shit. Man, my team is just sucking dog turds. We got to go out for a wedding anniversary, birthday, dinner party. I don't know, whatever you call it. Dinner Saturday. Tomorrow we got to go watch, you know, Demon Killer. We got lots of doctor's appointments and other appointments all week long. We're busy as all butt farts. And then we got the Halloween thing coming up, the Christmas thing. We got a baby shower. Then we got Lorelei's party. So it's going to be crazy the next 6 months. Then I got my heart surgery coming up. I got some other procedures coming up because, you know, I'm not doing too well. So I got a lot of medical things coming up in the midst of doing all of this. Yeah! Yeah! Scotty got that right, man. Clean those damn hands. And Scotty, for me, I'm a little worse because I really do have a thing about dirty fingers. So I don't like to hold dirty food in my fingers. I'm not a finger. I don't like that. It's just not my thing. So I'm a little worse because I don't like my fingers, no matter what it is. I don't like my fingers getting dirty for some reason. I don't mind if my hand gets dirty, my arm I don't want my fingers getting dirty. Kind of weird. Yes, I know the album. Yes. Some of the greatest music out there. That's the heart pacemaker. Yeah, I have my pacemaker swapped out. I went to the heart doctor this past week. We don't have it scheduled yet because we're waiting for it to beep. So I got to have my pacemaker taken, swapped out. I got to have a lung biopsy again. Damn it. I got to have some injections in my lumbar nerve system, not the spine, but the nerves of the lumbar. I don't know. There's 4 or 5 other things I got going on the doctors want to poke me with. They got some more tests they're going to do from the ER. So, but yeah, I am going to make a video about this. I got some of the information already on a folder in my computer. And so, you know, they won't let me video it, but I'm going to video at the hospital before I go in and after, and I'll show you the wound and the stitches and the blood and the guts and the goriness. Yes! I'll show all of that. And, but it's supposed to be like an hour-long thing, then you go home in a couple of hours. And then you come back days later and have them take the stitches out. But I can take my own stitches out. I don't need to go back and have somebody take my damn stitches out. I can do it myself. Save myself money. So we're getting that scheduled. So that's going to be happening here real soon. There you go. Here you just put Vicks on it. Yeah, or the green bottle stuff. Scotty, you know, the little green bottle? I can't remember what it's called, but my wife brought some over when she moved here for the first time. And you can buy it here. And then there's also the dragon one, you know, with the stuff that has the dragon on it. So, yeah. But my wife, when she first got here, was telling me all I needed was this bottle of green stuff. And everything would be okay. That and a salon paws. Stinky bottle, yes, yes. So you know it well. So my wife's a big fan of the stinky bottle. But we don't have it in the house because I threw it away. And I told her I don't know what happened to it. My wife loves salon paws. You guys know what those are, right? Those are those little stickers that you put on yourself when you're hurting. Baby oil, yes. Well, you're not talking about the P. Diddy baby oil, are you? But the salon paws are those little stickers you put on. And they are okay. I just think they stink really bad. But, you know, at times I've seen Filipinas like put one on their forehead, you know, and walk around. I've seen them on live streams where they forget they got their salon paw on, or they just took it off and you can see the outline of the salon paw, you know. I think that's really funny. That's mean of me, isn't it? But yeah, that green little bottle stuff, crazy. So, I know, man. Yeah. And Scotty, I know you know this, but they always got to rub out the cold spot. Oh, why you're hurting is there's like a cold spot. It's kind of like you know, something weird in your body that's causing it. And, you know, and my wife is so hung up on, you know, you got to not wear a wet shirt. If it sprinkles outside and my shirt gets a little damp, I have to immediately take it off and put a dry shirt on, or I'm going to catch my cold, my death, my whatever you want to call it. I'm going to die if I don't get that shirt off in the next 30 seconds because there was one drop of rain that fell on it. So, and you know, us being guys, hell, we don't care, man. You know, we go swimming in the ditches. We don't worry about no stinking rain. So, oh, man. But they mean well. Don't get me wrong, everybody. They mean well. They will take care of you, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not. The women will take care of you. I know, man. It's got one drop of water and all hell's breaking loose. Holy crap, you know. Yeah, you got to get inside. Yeah, change that shirt. It got wet. Did you sweat? You know, here, you know, the whole sweating thing. You know, you can't sweat. You can't sweat. Don't sweat, you know. Did you get sweat on your back? If you don't get it off really quick, you're going to die of, you know, a lung infection. So, like, oh. But here's the bad thing. I'll tell you, here's the bad thing. One, my team is losing big time now because they suck. But two, my wife loves those salon paws, right? And now they are different in America than the Philippines. The ones in the Philippines are stronger than the ones in America, without question. But now my stinking doctor My stinking doctor, he's a traitor. Traitor, because I don't like salon paws. My stinking doctor the other time we saw him said, because I don't know, I had something wrong, something sore somewhere. It's like, oh, just use a salon paw. And I'm like, oh, go kiss my ass. You're not a good doctor no more. Yes. I walk to sweat and I know. I would sit outside just to sweat and enjoy the heat, right? Oh no. So I get it, man. I don't get it. We like to sweat, right? We like to exercise. We like to, exert ourselves. But it's kind of like, yeah, you're supposed to sweat. It's good for you. It gets all the toxins and chemicals and nasty crap out of your body, right? Sure it does. No, you're going to die. Mathematics is asking another stupid question. I'll be happy to eat you live. How about that? I don't have a problem eating humans, and it could be you. All you got to do is donate some money to the channel. I'll be happy to rip you apart on live, take your skin off, eat your eyeballs, whatever you want. It's okay. I once was inside, and once this was a woman. What? Scotty says, good to open those weapons. I agree. Meme says, I once was inside, and once then this woman hurting me. So you talking about when you were being born? Is that where you're getting that? I'm heading out. All right, Henry, take care. I'm glad you're getting your car back. Enjoy. I know you got cruising the coast coming up. Are you going to the Philippines anytime soon, or are you still stuck in America? Scotty says, see ya later, Henry. Yeah, Henry is, they got cruising the coast in the month of October down in Alabama and Mississippi. Man, we can come back. We're not that far behind, but man, we gotta pull our heads out of our butt. There we go. We got a first down at least. There you go. Hunting you? I once was inside of her, okay, and since then she's been hunting me. Is she looking for child support? Evil Larry's back in the house saying hello. Everybody say hello to Evil Larry. Larry, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Sorry, mathematics. You're just not ponying up any money. So you're all talk and no action. I'm not carrying an umbrella. I know. Just put a hat. All right, Scotty. You know what I mean? I know. I'm not carrying an umbrella. Now, one thing we've learned is, now I didn't mind, look, when we first were in the Philippines, when I was first year I went there, Lorelai took a rag everywhere with us. And if I started to sweat, oh my God, stop sweating. And I'm like, it's okay to sweat. So, but I finally gave up and said, fine. I just let her do her thing, but I'm not taking an umbrella with me. I mean, in the Philippines, you learn to carry toilet paper with you, which is kind of weird. But you do learn to take toilet paper. So, some things are good in the Philippines, right? Hello, Larry from Scotty. I'm in y'all's, good. Larry's cleaning our basement. That's nice. Very happy of that. Hope you don't mind all the poo that's down there, but, sometimes things happen. We need the basement cleaned up, and if you can get it done by, can you get it done by 10? Well, that's what I mean. So, and what I've done, Scotty, is I bought a backpack for Lorelai, small backpack. So we carry toilet paper, a towel, a bottle of water, because, I'm going to die, because I'm going to sweat, I might need to go to the bathroom, or I might need something to drink. And in the 15 minutes or the 20 minutes we're gone, I may die in the taxi. So I need all these emergency supplies. I need salon paws, the green stuff in the backpack, you know. So always bring tissue in case I blow my nose. Yes, I agree. Sweet. Meme put mathematics in timeout because mathematics is an idiot. So mathematics is too big of a coward to make any donations to the channel. Just some idiot troll, who repeats the same comments over and over and over. So good job, good job, meme. Good job. Sweat, yeah, you gotta get, now look, I get dry, and you don't wanna, shit. Is that a first down? I don't disagree with the towel thing, like in the Philippines. Because in the Philippines, if you're fat and you're new to the Philippines, you'll definitely sweat. But sometimes you really want to sweat to get it out of you, right? So I get maybe wiping your face, and I get that. And if you're in public, and I know there's a thing about the Philippine people, Scotty, and maybe you can help with this, clarify this. But I know there's a real thing that they don't want to see you sweat. They don't want to see each other sweat. It's impolite or rude or something. There you go, score touchdown, good job. So I know there's something in the Philippine culture where you're not supposed to sweat in front of each other or something like that. And if that's the case, how do they ever have sex in the tropics? You're not supposed to sweat in front of anybody. What can I do? You can do all you can do. What can I do but do what I can do? So, that's, I get, not sweating like a pig when you're in public, dealing with people. But if I'm in the neighborhood walking around with the dogs or just outside enjoying myself by myself, just let me sweat and have a good time, right? But there is something in the culture. And I don't think it's just the Philippine culture. I think it's Asian culture where it's rude to sweat in front of one another. Isn't that right? Or am I just blowing smoke up somebody's butt? Meme says, I am fat too. Believe me, I will sweat. Woohoo! I know, I got you, buddy. I believe it. You're not fat, but I know what you mean. We all sweat. And to be honest, and in the Philippines, after a while, your sweat does kind of reduce. The quantity reduces. You kind of get, your body adjusts and get used to it. But still, I like to sweat. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Somebody needs to Google the whole thing about sweating. Is sweating good for the body? I think it is. But then again, there's a lot of people in parts of the world that never sweat. This is what I don't understand. How do those people that live like in the Sahara Desert or the Gobi Desert or Suriname or I don't know, some of these other countries, how do these people not sweat? You know what I mean? It's 9,000 degrees out there. They're fully dressed and there's not a drop of sweat on them. I was in a channel yesterday, someone said the Filipinos like the American monster white men. Well, yeah, because, Filipino men are not monsters. They're not even earthworms. They're grubs. So, Filipino women like a healthy snake. They don't want a grub. They want a real thing. They want a real nice big zucchini, not some little pickle. Is that where you're going, Pat? I am near 6 feet tall and weigh 250 pounds. All right, so you and I weigh about the same. I weigh 275 pounds right now. The big monster, I know. Well, they do. Lynn says, they think we get sick if we sweat, if we don't take, right. That's what Lorelai is. She's still that way after 11 years of being married. Oh my God. You know, we got to take extra clothes in the car. If we're going like to the zoo for the day, we take extra clothes for me. You know, I mean, well, Pat, some of us do have big monsters. I mean, some of you don't, I guess, but they, I don't know if there's any, Meme probably knows because he's, you know, into these things. I don't know if there's any scientific evidence to think that Asians truly have smaller monsters or wieners than anybody else, but I get the feeling that Asians do. Now, not all Asians, but, you know, I don't know if there's any scientific evidence of that or not. But, yeah, the Filipinos I know and have known over the years definitely enjoy, you know, sex. You know, they're great at it and they like it. So they're I can say this, I know this. I do believe Filipino women are very sexual, which is a good thing. Not in a bad way. They're very sexual, they're very caring. You know, I don't know how adventurous I would say they are, but I think they are, and I think that makes them a good thing. I think Thai women, Vietnam women, you know, Asian women in general, compared to Caucasian women, American women, are way different in that category. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my thoughts that, you know. So yeah, we take a backpack, it has clothes in it, and another shirt, all kinds of stuff. Pat says, I agree. Well, and one thing I told somebody the other day this, that Filipino women know how to trigger, if you know what I mean. Filipino women know how to make you feel good in general. Pat agrees. Mike's in the house. He says, howdy, y'all. Good to see you. I got a little red hand waving at you going, hi, how are you today? Good to see y'all. Thank you. I'm all the way here from the Philippines. I don't have a shirt on because I'm sweating. And if I put a shirt on and I sweat, my wife makes me take it off and put another one on. So, well, yeah, Scotty and I were talking about that, Mike. You know how you can't sweat in the Philippines, or the woman comes and wipes you off and takes your shirt off, and you know you got to take 12 showers, you know, and all that stuff. Good to see you, Mike and Mina. Scotty B says, hey, Mike. Mike's channel is growing by leaps and bounds. He's doing good. So we've been laughing about that. We've been laughing about that, Mike. So yeah, we carry a back, even in America now, you know, we carry a backpack everywhere we go. An emergency kit, you know, emergency clothes, you know, everything you need. Which, you know, us men are smart, right? Because we have figured out, don't try to rationalize, don't try to argue, don't try to explain, just let them do whatever they're going to do. Mike saying hello to you, Pat and Scotty and Meme and everybody else. Puts my towel on my back. I know. See, that's what I don't understand. They want to put a towel on your back, but that makes me sweat more. I want a shirt that breathes so that when I sweat, it dries up. I don't want to put a big-ass towel on my neck that's going to make me sweat more and just collect the sweat. I'd rather see it evaporate. I don't have a shirt because I'm from Germany. I'll send you a shirt. Tell me your size. Well, I know you're in Germany. You're too far away. I probably got a lot of clothes. If you're 260 pounds, I probably got a lot of clothes that could fit you. You could be a part of the Tropical Shirt Club. I made James and Pat part of the Tropical Shirt Club. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 everybody, to everybody. I'm watching football. My team's losing. They suck. They better get their shit together or they're never going to get to come home. Ooh, that's a first down. So how's things going in the Philippines? MJ, how are things going? You excited about the Christmas holiday coming up? I know it just started. the Burr months. We're getting ready for Halloween here. Your shirt size is double XL. All right. See, I got probably a lot of shirts that fit you. Things are good? Nice. Yeah, we got a lot going on here. Next week, we're going to go look at venues for my wife's birthday party in the spring, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. And then we got a wedding anniversary. Saturday is our wedding anniversary. So I got to take my wife out to a fancy dinner on Saturday. And tomorrow we're going to go watch Dragon Killer. I think it's what it's called. Dragon Killer? Dragon Slayer? I don't know. Whatever. Demon Dog? I don't know what it is. Demon Killer? I don't know. That animation, my wife's making me go watch a Japanese animation. I just hope it's in English. Otherwise, it's going to be 2 hours of boredom. Me sitting there going, maybe I can play on my phone while I watch it. Oh, God. Scotty, don't get me started. Don't forget the mountain of sandals at the front door you have to climb over just to get in the house. Amen, brother. You know, luckily, well, here's what's crazy, right? My wife loves shoes. She probably has 100 pairs of shoes, easy. We got a big shoe rack out in the garage with all of her shoes on it because that's what she wanted. She wanted them outside. Right? It's where she wanted them. She puts them on before she gets in the car, takes them off, right? So, right, I did that. I made that happen. Got her a gigantic shoe rack that holds all these freaking shoes. Why are they piling up in the house then? Why? She wanted the shoe rack, but yet they're piling up right here by the laundry room. I don't understand, you know. Dragon bitches, there you go. Yeah, maybe it's dragon killing bitches. I don't know what it is. But, you know, that's what I don't understand. I tell her all the time, I said, okay, wait a minute. Why are there 10, you know, it's a different pair of shoes every day. Just wear the same pair. All you're doing is going to work. Nobody gives a shit. Just wear the same shoes. So right here, behind me, right there, by that doorway. See that doorway? See it right there? That's the laundry room into the garage. I get up in the morning and there's like 10 pairs of shoes there. Well, how did they get from the garage into the house when everything has to be in the garage? I don't know, man. It drives me crazy. And then don't get me started. Here's what I really hate. I hate, because I have multiple pairs of sandals myself. But I only wear one pair at a time. You know what I mean? I don't have 20 pairs that fit me in the house. I have extras because I bought them and they're new. They're over there in the closet, put away. I have one pair of sandals. Why does she take my sandals and run off with them? So I don't have any. That's what I don't understand. You got 50,000 shoes right over here. Why are you taking my slippers and going out there in the yard with them? What am I going to do when I need to get up? How was the balloon ride? The balloon ride my wife and I went on together for our wedding anniversary many years ago was really good. It was a lot of fun, to be honest. I don't remember how much we paid for it. $300, $500. I don't really remember. It was we went to a place, a tourist town, and did it. We had about an hour air balloon ride, but the whole thing probably maybe longer, hour and a half ride. I think maybe it's almost, the whole thing was about 4 hours. So it was really good. It was worth the money. If you've never been on a hot air balloon ride, I would highly encourage you to do it. We've done those. We've done the helicopter ride. We've done a lot of things. So we've done a lot of those activities. And I will say that the hot air balloon ride was really cool. It was peaceful and quiet and beautiful in the morning. It was worth the money. Scotty's like, yep, got it exactly right. Because it's not like, and my wife knows, everybody, that I use one pair of sandals. And my feet are really bad. I have flat feet, so I wear sandals that have arch fit, Skechers arch fit. And they protect my feet because I can't walk. I can't go barefoot in the house. It's too hard on my feet and my ankles. It makes my day horrible. So I have a pair of slippers right here that are mine, and she knows this. She knows I can't run around the house without slippers on. Because we take them to hotels, we take them to Airbnbs, we take them everywhere we stink and go. But yet, she'll come and get my slippers and wander off with them. What am I supposed to do? We have two nature kids, and between the three of them, it's like 400 people in this house. Oh, I know. And here's the other thing. How do they know whose shoes is whose? Right? I mean, I've been to houses, and I am somebody that I don't take the shoes off unless I just have to. I don't, and that's why I don't go to a lot of people's houses, because I don't want to take my shoes off because my feet hurt too bad. But I've been to houses where there's 100 pairs of flippers and floppers and doppers piled up outside the door. How the hell do you know whose shoes is whose? Then they don't throw any of them away. You got that right. Meme says, about 5 years ago, I once rode a hot air balloon in Turkey. Nice. You know, it was amazing. I mean, it was pretty cool. Like I said, we've done the helicopter rides, and those are cool, but I think the tranquility of the hot air balloon ride was really cool. And then after we landed, they did this whole ceremony, and I don't remember what it was, but basically you make a toast to the hot air balloon god for bringing you back safe, I guess. But some little weird ceremony where they got like a prayer for the hot air ballooner people, and they do, and that was fine. You know, it was kind of cool. So, yeah, I don't remember how much it was, but, I would do it again, I guess, just to do it again. So I would recommend a hot air balloon ride to people. I think they're fine. Like you said, David, they don't care. They just put on the feet and yeah, Scotty, but I don't want to wear your slippers. I want to eat with a fork and wipe my hands. I don't want to wear somebody else's dirty ass slippers. Leave my slippers alone. Shit. We fumbled the football. Crap. So I don't want to wear somebody else's slippers. I want to keep my slippers for me. All right, so that's not a normal city. What's abnormal about it? Crap. My team is going down fast. All right, so I found it. It's a unique and historical geological region of central Turkey. Famed for its fairy chimney rock formations. Oh, yeah, it's a big hot air balloon festival. Ancient caves, dwellings, underground cities, okay. And globally renowned as a premier hot balloon destination. Wow, cave hotels, very cool. The Rome Open Air Museum, that is a cool place. It looks like a cool place to go visit. I might have to put that one on my bucket list. Yeah, I think I've seen it. I don't recognize the name of it, meme, but I think I've heard about it and seen it. So. Now, look, you fumbled the football. Now, don't start crying and booing about it. You're an adult. You're making millions of dollars a year playing college football. Yes, you screwed up. You cost us a game, but I don't want to see you crying about it. I'm paying you too much money to play football. Don't be bitching and crying. It looks like an amazing place. See, you've already lived a lifetime and traveled more than a lot of people could ever imagine. And that's something that is great, right? You've been to places and seen things it's like, I talk about the Grand Canyon. I'm still, to this day, 5, 6 years later, impressed with the Grand Canyon. Just blows my mind. I know. What I never understood was, Scotty, why are they wearing sweaters and sweatshirts in the mall when there's no air conditioning in the mall? You know what I mean? I never understood that. Now look, I got why they put their jackets on backwards and they ride the motor scooters. I get that. Makes sense. But why are we wearing a big heavy sweatshirt and it's 90 degrees outside? Me no understand. And then they're wearing flip-flops. So they're wearing, a sweatshirt or a sweater type looking thing. Then they're wearing flip-flops or chanellas, whatever you want to call them, right? I don't understand it. Pretty crazy to me. Pretty crazy to me. My team's losing. My team loses. Should I cry? But they don't sweat it. I know. Isn't that weird? Right? I mean, you and I would die in it, right? I mean, if it's 90 degrees out and we stuck a big old sweatshirt on us, we'd probably be dead in 15 minutes. But for them, it's like, And I asked Lorelai that one time when we were in the Philippines visiting. It's like, oh, it's just a style. And I'm like, yeah, but aren't they hot? Michigan won today, did they? Well, they should have. I don't know who they played. Central or somebody? I don't see a recap. Arkansas is losing to Ole Miss right now. So we're going to lose this game in Ole Miss. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Alabama won and Texas and everybody. All the normals. I haven't heard of any big college upsets. So, your kitty cat's calling you? I don't have a cat. Yeah, that's what I mean. A lot of these places are still playing fluff teams, which I get, which is okay. So. All right, my friends, it's almost 9:45 in the p.m. here. So why don't we start winding this down so I can go watch TV, lay down, relax. Meowie, meowie, meowie. Pat, appreciate you. Meme, appreciate you. Scotty, good to have you in. We missed talking to you a lot. Everybody else that came in and out today, even the trolls, we appreciate you. More than you know, every comment you make, whether it's stupid or not, makes YouTube like me more. Mike in the house. Dennis is here, but he saw no naked girls, so he ran away. Evo Larry was here. He didn't see any naked girls, so he ran away. So, since we don't have any sexy women, because it's me, everybody runs away. But we appreciate everybody. Okay, have a great night. Dream about stinky fish. Yeah, well. No, thank you. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time. If you need anything, let me know. If you want to buy me a $5 million beach house, let me know. Let me know where a towel is so I can wipe all the sweat off of me. Let me know. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Kenesha. Sorry, Kenesha. We're about ready to get off of here. We appreciate that. Appreciate you coming in, though. We'll be back live hopefully tomorrow night. Kenesha, so come back and check with us about this time tomorrow night, all right? So, Meme says, bye-bye, girls. Bye-bye, girls. See you later. Kenesha, good night. We do appreciate you. One last thumbs up from you, Kenesha. And we appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.